guys, how you doing?
All right, welcome everyone. So we've got Trevor, Chris, and Josh all on. So let us know if you're having any issues. This is my first time running through StreamYard, so won't lie, I kind of went into this one a little bit nervous because I kind of went into it blind with running StreamYard.
Jake, how you doing?
Jake, how's it going, man? Welcome.
Okay.
All right, sounds good, looks good. All right. So we are going to start out and just kind of introduce you. We've got Jeremy here. As you can see, he goes by the Dad Fish on YouTube, and he's the owner and sole proprietor of Dad Fish Tackle, which you guys see I talk about pretty frequently. So excited to have him here tonight, and just kind of, again, our first ever guest on the podcast. So
hey,
it's
an honor.
fun.
Yeah, lucky you.
Cool. Yeah.
You get to be the experiment. I mean, first special guest. So it's really cool. Hey, Roy and Sean. That's awesome.
Welcome, guys.
Thanks for joining, guys. Make sure you hit the like button for us too, okay?
Yeah, definitely. Help push us in the algorithm. Keep on pushing it.
I feel like I'm out of breath completely. I literally walked in right before this live started from running kids around, and I didn't think I was going to make it. So give me a minute to collect myself. We'll get going. Just kidding.
So I wanted to lead out with, before we go on to Dad Fish Tackle, I wanted to talk about the news that I got today.
Oh, yes.
So I have officially won my first ever tournament, guys.
Whoop, whoop.
So
we need special effects
we fished. Yeah, I guess so. I need to get a hold of the Casting Faith guys. How do I get all these sounds? So yeah, we fished on Saturday, and that'll be in the next Monday's video release. So I've been working on editing it already. I'll make an official announcement tomorrow, but fished last Saturday. And
we've been holding our breath all week long.
Yes, because our tournaments are the single day, 5-day tournament. So you sign up for a single day, and there are 5 days total that you can fish, and multiple people sign up for every single day. So this whole time I've been in the lead since Saturday, and the tournament ended today. There were 5 still fishing between yesterday and today. So the whole time I've been just kind of on pins and needles, waiting on those final results. I did not think I had a shot at winning, and somehow ended up pulling it off. Corey, welcome. Thank you for joining. But yeah, somehow ended up pulling it off, and it's going to be a great video, guys. Like, it's going to be a really fun one
for him,
guys. Yeah, for him. He did not have the same day I had, but yeah, I had a great day. I'll be making some posts on Facebook and stuff about it, and then kind of leading up some real build up for the video. But you guys that are joining tonight get the inside scoop. I caught fish on 2 lures all day, and one of them was literally first cast, and it was a popping frog. So you guys know I've been running those Tactical Fishing Company frogs. Very first cast, I threw that popping frog out there and had my big fish of the day hit. So got that one, and then ended up landing several others on that. And then the other lure that I was throwing was Dad Fish Tackle Imitator and Watermelon Red.
Which I did not steal a package of, Sean. He gave it to me.
This Watermelon Red has always been like my favorite color anytime it's come to any soft plastics. And this Imitator right here, guys, let's see if I can give it. I love this lure. I love the action it gives. I throw this for a chatterbait trailer. I throw this on a Texas rig,
which he showed you when we were doing our setup video before we went to the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah. So it worked for him.
Yep. So Texas rig is what I caught my fish on. So it has been something I've been really working on over the last really several weeks. Yep. I've been pushing pretty hard on Texas rig, knowing that it was going to pay off for me sometime. I just didn't know it was going to pay off for me that soon. So yeah, thank you, Jeremy, for making some awesome lures and helping me catch fish. I think it was my second or third cast with that I made my first upgrade of the day. and eliminated a 10-inch fish with a 17-incher. So like bam, right away, I got a good one on it. So yeah, that lure has been really producing for me lately. It's caught me some really good, 2 million in wins.
I wish.
It's caught me some really, really good fish lately. And building that confidence in the Texas rig is going to be something that's going to pay off a lot. It's going to pay dividends in the long run. Maybe it'll win me $2 million.
That would be great.
But all right, we are going to get into this. And I just wanted to start out by asking Jeremy here. So what got you into fishing? How long have you been fishing? What got you into it? Got you started, essentially? Kind of tell your story.
Yeah, so I fished as a kid. I had two uncles who were big into it. One on my mom's side, one on my dad's side, and they'd both come to Tennessee, and we grew up on a farm with a pond, and they'd take us out there and hook us up with a bobber and a worm, and then they would fish while we sat with the bobber and watched it. So after that, I kind of walked away from it because it was boring. And when it was my oldest daughter, she was about 3, and I was going to school, and I was stay-at-home dad taking care of her, and I just started taking her fishing. I'd been watching guys on YouTube fish, and I was like, oh, that looks like fun, and like actually casting and retrieving and trying to figure out what the fish want. And so I started taking her every week. We would go like one morning a week. We'd go fishing for 4 or 5 hours, and then I just took off. I started carrying rods and reels in my car everywhere I went, and yeah.
Did you say
now here I am. She was just about to turn 3. Yeah.
3. And you kept her out there for 4 or 5 hours. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, she had more patience for it then than she does now at 10 years old. Like,
it's funny how that works.
Yeah.
Especially a girl losing patience. Surprise, surprise.
He's not been on my nice side this week. I don't know why I was rooting for him. That makes me say I caught a bigger fish. So if I could have just landed 5, I would have been the winner.
She did catch a 20 and a quarter during the tournament, guys. So she did catch a good fish.
No, I didn't get big fish either though, because stinking Chris knocked me out by a 1/4 inch. It's all right.
Not this Chris, but a different one.
Yeah, different Chris.
Yeah, see, Chris said his soft plastics maker is closing shop and he needs to find a new one. Definitely check out Dad Fish Tackle, man. You won't regret it. And he's right there in Tennessee too.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. So he's at the East. Well, are you going next year? I don't want to say that if you aren't, but he was at the East Tennessee Fishing Show too. Also, Chris. Yeah, that was weird to say, but so if you go again this year, you'll get to see him. You might get to see us again too. So.
Yeah, we're gonna be there. I'm excited for it. So yeah. So that's what got you really back into bass fishing, was getting out there with your daughter. I mean, that's awesome. So how did you decide to go from, getting back out and fishing to start making lures? What brought you the idea of making lures? Did you make them with the intention of selling them, or did you make them?
No, like to begin with, I saw a video of Roland Martin picking up Senkos off the deck of his boat and then melting them and pouring them into a Do It mold. I was like, okay. And I picked up like a $12 open pore silicone mold on Amazon to make little like ribbed worms. And as soon as I poured them, I was like, oh, this is fun. This is cool. I enjoy it. But as soon as I caught a fish on something I'd made, that was the end. Then I bought a Senko mold, and then, I think I have somewhere in the mid 20s or 30s and molds right now. So yeah.
It's like craft supplies. Once you get, you're a crafter, you're a maker. I guess we'll call it that. We'll call it a maker. Once you're a maker, you just collect all of it.
Yeah.
You can always make more.
I had my whole life, I've hated glitter, and there's a few pounds of glitter on the shelf back there behind me. So it's converted me.
That's hilarious.
That's really
yeah. You can't mess with glitter without getting it on you. Like if
Yeah.
you're around glitter, you're gonna have glitter all over you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna find it days later.
But I like it because the June bugs were killing it for me in the summer.
Yes.
So
Good.
and I like that sparkle in it. And I like pretty lures. I can't help it. I just do.
It's been good for her for sure.
Speaking of, I don't know if I can have any in that box or not. I can't reach it. It's fine.
What one?
In that box. He was the one that also made my custom lures, which are super cool. So I haven't actually caught a fish on him yet. But that's because I don't. It was so funny. He was like, "Why didn't you have him make it a bladed jig?" And I was like, "I don't know, because I can't think straight."
Yeah.
So it's a swim jig, and I don't know how to fish with one of those extremely well yet. I haven't really tried it, to be honest. I have here and there, but yeah, thank you. I don't want to do it, but he made my custom swim jigs for me, which were super cool. Which I know his wife tied most.
Yeah.
Of them, so big major props to her.
Yeah. So
He ties all our shirts.
I guess the next thing I kind of wanted to talk on was what got you to decide to start selling lures, and we'll kind of get into like some of your different products in here in just a minute too. But yeah, those little swim jigs that your wife made up were pretty awesome and matched the logo so perfectly.
Yes, they did.
Cool. I'm glad you guys liked them. I mean, my wife and I, our goal has always been to try and steal back time together and time as a family, and in the end to work for ourselves. And so that's kind of at the core of it. I enjoy doing it, and we go to events and I get to talk shop with people, talk about fishing and what they're biting and what's good for this time of year, and even like I get to educate a lot of people. They'll come out, oh, what are they? I don't even know what to do or what to use, and I'll be able to like, hey, you're going to take this. You know, it's fall. You're going to take this paddle tail. You're going to put it on this jig head or this hook. You're going to fish it around these areas, and it's just a ton of fun. And so really the core of it is we want to be like self-employed. We want to work for ourselves and spend time together.
Awesome.
Family that actually likes each other. We like that.
Yes. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this now?
I have been 5 years. I've been making plastics for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Making them for 5 years. Now, when did you do your first actual show then?
First actual show would have been 3 years ago this past spring.
Awesome. So yeah, and they've obviously been successful for you. It's so funny because before I got to actually meet you in person, I was talking about your stuff and had a friend be like, "Oh yeah, Dad Fish Tackle, I know that. I picked up some of his stuff at this show before, you know." And then the more I talk to people, the more I find other people that know you before I even knew who you were, you know. So that's really cool. You know, seeing you picking up, you know, meeting so many random people. Really, I mean, here we are all the way in Indiana and have friends that know you from running into you at shows. So that's really cool.
That's really cool. Hi, Alex.
Really
Thank you for subbing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I want to say this. I value Dad Fish Tackle for the friendship he has given Chase. You guys all know I absolutely love this fishing community more than anything. But to have another man like Jeremy to be Chase's friend is valuable to me as a wife also. So I wanted to say thank you. We really appreciate you and all you do. And I'm glad that you came on tonight, even if I do give you a hard time here and there.
No, I feel the same way. Like, it's been great to have somebody who likes the business and likes the field of fishing and be able to talk to and get close to. So it's been great.
It was really cute the other day when they were on their little phone call walking around us taking video. I was going to make a joke out of it, but I didn't.
Yeah. No, it's been very much a blessing for me. You know, I found out about you through Travis, that fishing noob. You know, followed him for a little while and seen him posting about your stuff, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. You know, a small time bait maker, and started talking to you here and there, and just ended up having the opportunity to join the team. And it's been a lot of fun joining the team. And not only has the team been good for me fishing wise, and I've got some awesome baits, but it's been great for me as just growing true relationships. You know, you and Travis are very much true friends, and that's
really
been
cool.
awesome. I see Jake said the same thing, you know, about the kayak fishing community and the fishing community. And
It's amazing.
I mean,
if you are not experiencing the same thing, you're on the wrong side of kayak fishing, because
Yes.
we have experienced nothing but love.
Yes, agreed. That's built so many friendships through this, and having guys that, you know, not only can we talk about fishing, but we can talk about, you know, when one of us needs, if we're going through something personal, you know, being there to pray for each other. I mean, that's such a huge thing. So thankful for that friendship, man.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I don't know what all you have,
You're
but I
good.
was going to say my absolute favorite thing about Dadfish Tackle, because I love sense of humor and all those things. I love his names for them, because they're all like dad jokey, and I love that. I don't know if you want to talk about, which I guess that probably has to do with your names since you started with your daughter, but how did you go about going with that for your names, I guess?
That was actually one of my things. So how did you come up with Dadfish Tackle? What made you go that direction?
I started when I decided I wanted to do YouTube. I chose the Dadfish because I started fishing again as a dad. Like that was the whole thing. It was daddy-daughter time, you know, outside, and so that's kind of where it came from. And then when it came time to start a business, it was just real natural. It's like, I'll just do Dadfish Tackle and lean into it. I've always loved dad jokes, so like, you know, our logo is a bass with hairy dad legs, and you know, so yeah, I just wanted to lean into it.
Toy Story.
The fishing rod with the Barbie leg.
Being pieced together.
I was trying to think. I don't have all the things up there, but every one of his lures has like names, and they're all like played off of like some sort of dad joke, like the lawnmower.
The imitator. The lawnmower is the bladed jig. So his bladed jig, which you guys know, I've loved a bladed jig now really for the couple years that I've been bass fishing. That was one of my first few lures that I started catching bass on, and I love a bladed jig. It's been kind of hit and miss for me this year compared to normal, but when I get on a bladed jig bite, it's like that is the only thing they're eating. And his bladed jig is called the lawnmower blade.
I think I just suck at bladed jig fishing. I need to figure that out. I caught like 2 at the beginning of this year, and I was like, I got this, and then like not another bite on one for the rest of the year. But
yeah, we hit that small lake, and that was all I was catching fish
on. I know, so I was like, I'm gonna throw it too. He's catching fish on it, and nothing, not a single nibble. It's fine.
For her, it was a shaky head. That's what got it for her. So it's kind of crazy, but yeah, bladed jig is a lot of fun. And Roy said he's never caught a bass on a bladed jig. That's crazy, man. That's definitely something you need to throw.
I'll get him some bladed jigs. I'll get him some lawnmower.
That's right. I'm telling you, that lawnmower blade has a very powerful kick to it. I really like the action in it. And man, they thump it hard when they hit it, for sure.
I'm wondering if it's not my retrieval. So I've been playing around with that a little bit, but then I feel like I'm screwing it up because I'm playing around with my retrieval. So I don't know. It's one of those things when you're learning, you like have to make mistakes, but I hate making mistakes. So it's kind of an interesting journey, but I actually watched him and listened to him. So I've been practicing.
Yeah. Bladed jig is something I throw really kind of differently. A lot of the different times I throw it. Sometimes I'll throw it out and I'll just rip it back to me fast as I can. When you do that, it stays up in that top end of the water column. Sometimes I'll throw it out and I'll just slow reel it where all I can feel is just barely feel the vibration in that jig as it's coming to me, and I'll work it back. Those times when it's going real slow like that, that's when I normally really get hammered hard. Like now when you're ripping it back to you, you'll get hit, but normally that fish is trying to catch back up to it when it hits you. And that's when they hit it. A lot of times they'll hit it like right at the boat. And for me, a bladed jig more than anything, those lures always seem to get hit right at the boat.
Yeah, I lost that. I forgot about that when we did
big one.
We did that tournament. That was actually super cool. I had on a bladed jig, and I was having a rough day because I had lost that giant fish off my board and all that stuff. And then I'm like reeling in this bladed jig in this area, and I see this giant bass. Like I can see it come, and my lure's right at the boat. So I stop and pause it, and it bites it. And so I try to set the hook, but with it being right at the boat, man, it just didn't get it. It jumped and shook it out right away. But being able to watch it and see how they kind of do it like under the water is so cool. I get way off topic, by the way, Jeremy. So.
I had several people say congrats for the win, so thank you guys very much. I see that Jake said he found a school in grass in a tournament this spring and caught 10 and 7 casts.
That's amazing. Wait, hold on.
I'm guessing he means 7 and 10 casts, probably. I mean, hey, you never know if they're hitting a chatterbait. If they're hitting a chatterbait or a blade of jig that hard, that's when you catch like a 10-incher and that 15-incher eats it.
There we go.
No, that's a bladed jig bite is a ton of fun. A ton of fun. Ain't math. Ain't math. I love it.
Island Reservoir. I don't know what grass is.
Oh man, we have.
It's all we have. So if we go
grass.
somewhere without grass, then which he's good with fishing rocks too, and I've sort of figured that out a little bit more, but it's what we got. Our lakes are just like solid grass, especially right now.
For me, if I'm fishing rock, whatever I'm fishing, I'm beating off of the rocks. I mean, if it's a crankbait, I'm running that crankbait on the rock as hard as I can. If it's a chatterbait, that's when I'm slow reeling that chatterbait and I'm letting that chatterbait bump into the rocks. And I mean, you'll get it hung up on them. It happens for sure, but it triggers a lot of bites down there. So yeah, rock is fun to catch or to fish, but yeah, we fish thick hydrilla more than anything else.
Looking forward to it, Chris. Chris said we'll work on it next year with some river points. I know.
Right.
I'm working on it. I'm excited. They released the Kayak Adventure series.
Schedule.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
And I've got those dates wrote down, and I'm going to try to make some. And I'm also going to plan multiple trips to Tennessee. So I want to hook up with them. I want to hook up with Chris. I think we're going to try to buy in all your Tennessee fishing license.
Yeah, I think we need to.
I think we're going to be there enough. But
I think we'll get to fish it a few times.
Oh, I don't know. Sorry.
So I just want to essentially, I guess, ask about YouTube real fast, and then I'll let you kind of start showcasing some baits, man. So what got you started on YouTube? And obviously, you know, you told why you went with the Dad Fish as your name. What got you started on YouTube? And then I want you to kind of talk about the content that you put on YouTube, because I really enjoy your videos. I enjoy and I know there are other bait makers out there also, but I enjoy your combination of different videos that you put out there.
Yeah. I saw other guys doing it and I talked about it. I really enjoyed it. And 2019, for my birthday, my wife and my daughter got me a GoPro. And I was traveling for work. I'd come home at the end of the day, but I was all over East Tennessee, and there are ponds, public ponds and river access and streams and lakes all over. So I just put the GoPro and fishing rods and baits in my car, and in between stops, I'd run over to this pond and fish for a little bit, and run over to this river and fish for a little bit. And yeah, I just thought I could do that, or I'd at least have fun trying.
Yeah.
So that's what got me started.
So go ahead.
I would say, as far as like what kind of videos, obviously the bait making, that's kind of taken over. People really enjoy it. I enjoy making it, and I'm making the bait anyway, so it works out. And then I do some bank fishing, some pond fishing, and then kayak fishing. I get out. I've got an old town that I like to get out on, but I get to do that less than the bank fishing. That's a little bit easier.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so the bait making, that's what I've really been enjoying. So, and I know there are several other bait makers out there, but I love your mix up where you'll have some fishing videos and then bait making videos, and you get in and kind of break down how you make each of your items. You'll show like some of your, more recent products, and I'll let you talk about products here in just a minute, but some of your more recent items that you've added in, you've done some pretty good walkthroughs on some of your different shift powders and stuff. It's pretty cool, watching the bait go from liquid plastic into solid form when it's finished up. Like it's pretty neat watching that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts is like the color theory and developing a new color, experimenting with new stuff. And I've been really fortunate that to work with 8-Bit Baits. They've sent me some of their new stuff and their powders, and that's just beautiful. And it's cool to like drop the powder in and get it all stirred up and then start to add stuff and see how it changes. It's great.
I thought you'd like glitter so much, huh?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. I mean, just the color change that you can see on the screen going from what it starts out as, and then as you start adding in, like you'll put in an eighth of a teaspoon and mix it up, and you'll be like, oh, hey, this needs a little bit more. And as you add it, you can just see that huge change in the lures. And then you start bringing up the plastic and showing it. And then after you mold it and then bring it out, it's like, wow, the color change that is in some of those lures is just so amazing. So it's pretty cool. So we've got a few people that have asked. Somebody asked, what does your lawnmower blade look like? Do you happen to have one of those close?
Let me grab it.
Okay, I was going to say, mine are all the way down out in my shed.
Nothing. Paparazzi plastics.
It's fun. It's very enjoyable watching his bait making. And you can see the excitement he has when he's making them, and especially like the new colors and stuff, like the 8-bit powders that he's been using. Like you can see he's excited seeing those new colors come out of the mold. So
I've got some here, some new stuff that your audience nobody's seen before that we're starting. We've got 2 new baits.
All right, guys, you guys are gonna see some brand new stuff.
This is one of our lawnmowers. That's a Mayan cichlid color.
I like that.
And the next run we're switching to gold blades on this color.
That's gonna look good. That gold blade is really gonna pop on there.
I guess everybody on here knows, so never mind. I'm not gonna ask that question.
What were you gonna say?
Say for you, like, because for me, like the gold blades and the silver blades, like preference wise, like when are you pulling out the gold blade versus that silver blade? I don't know everybody else. You can educate me.
Cloudy days would be the primary. Like if there was anything where it's like, man, I really need the gold blade, it's going to be cloudy days. But I don't know exactly the science. I just know they work better on cloudy days. I've seen other people who are more professional than me be like, spinner baits, bladed jigs, gold on cloudy days. So
well, that's good because I got that black and gold chatterbait, and I'm like, I'm so confident in the white one that I'm like, I don't even know when to put this black one on because I don't want to lose the chance on because I know that I can get a white one when I get it. So I've been wondering, like, when do I pull out this gold one? So that might help me out a little bit.
The other thing I'd say on it would be what's the forage. So like we developed this color specifically for Florida anglers because they have Mayan cichlids in the water. So if you have bait fish that have more gold undertones, then throw something with gold on it because it's gonna trigger the predatory instinct of the bass that live there and see that bait every day.
Makes sense. So I'm still learning all that stuff.
Yeah,
so much stuff to learn. But gold around. Alex said here in Georgia he likes gold around pre-spawn in Georgia. So he's from Georgia too. That's cool. I'm pretty sure I know who he is because I'm pretty sure I follow him on TikTok.
Yeah, the name sounds familiar for sure.
Follow you out there. If not,
we've got Sean ask, what are your top 3 fall baits, Jeremy?
Top 3 fall baits. Soft plastic wise, probably like a fluke, something like in some sort of pearl white or shad pattern, and then pearl white paddle tail.
Okay. And
then probably a lipless. In a shad pattern. I'm throwing basically here in Tennessee at least from right about now when the weather's gotten cold until it gets really not too cold to fish, but where they're real lethargic, they're eating the previous spring's shad spawn. And so just shad profile, spinner baits, bladed jigs, flukes,
spins,
paddle tails. Yep.
I need to throw some of those some more, but it's one of those things when you're not super confident in it, it's really hard to put it on and throw it. I've never put one on before, so it feels weird, but that's what everyone keeps telling me. So I got, well, we actually have 2 more tournaments this month. So we're doing the Working Man's Trail next Saturday. And then I have a ladies only tournament the Saturday after. I want to win both of them, if I'm just being honest.
Back to back weeks of tournament fishing.
That's cool.
So I'm going to hopefully get out there and practice, but sorry, I'm trying to read the
Then
comments.
I saw my dad said, sounds like getting your wife to buy you a GoPro is the way to do it, which that's the same way it happened with me. Kayla bought me a GoPro, and that's my first one. And he said, how do you get her to do that?
Add it to your Christmas.
Well, Brandy, my wife, like a week ago, she was talking. It's like, she's like, we should really get you another camera to get a different angle on the kayak. And I was like, that sounds good.
Yes. Yes.
You need to get
that second angle makes a world of difference. I really need to add another angle, but we are where we are right now. It's going to come. Another angle is going to come. I'm very tempted in adding a 360 camera.
It's so the one that Jake shared it, right? Yeah, he shared it. Because like you said, the complaint on the 360 was like, it kind of looks, I don't know, it looks like it's not on a normal camera. The one he shared the other day looked great, super clear and crisp, and like it didn't make you have that like dizzy feeling.
Roy's saying the same thing. He said Insta360.
I think it's a good idea, especially for somebody like me. I'm all over the place, and I have to cast over my right arm, and I can't have the camera back there.
It'd be a great birthday present, which is tomorrow, right? I'm not
today?
wrong. It wasn't today, right?
It's the 15th.
It's tomorrow. It's the 16th.
Okay, I'm like, I don't even know.
Unless I'm wrong. And then Chris over at Mid Tennessee Angling happened to ask, how durable are your plastics?
So they are various durabilities. We use 4 different blends of Plastisol so that we can have really good action with better durability than like plastics you'd get at Bass Pro, generally speaking. So like all our creature baits, we use a creature bait blend. It's made for like crawls and tubes, and so it's a little bit more durable. They've got some stretch to them, but they're still like you can see you still have good action. Also, it's buoyant plastic, so they stand up. And then like on our flukes, we use something a little bit softer because you really want that tail to twitch when you're working it. But they're very durable. I think Kayla, you can probably speak to the durability of the fish sticks.
Oh yeah,
your wacky rigging.
The main reason why I lost them was because they would fly off the hook, and not because they were broken. Like I caught several fish on the same worm, and then one would because I need to get those one clips. I can't remember what they're called because I like the way it situates it on the hook better.
Yeah, the VMC.
I tried the O-rings.
Wacky rig.
I hated how they were on there. I tried the X thing, and then it cut it in air. It wasn't earworms, but
it was cutting them.
Yeah, it was like the wings were I guess they were too tight, and they were cut in half. So I just started putting them on the thing, but they literally the only reason why I
just said the crossover. They're the VMC crossover rings. Definitely.
Yeah.
The way to go if you're going to use rings on a wacky rig.
Yeah.
So like he said, I mean they're definitely flexible. They have good action in the water. This lure is what I use on a bladed jig trailer, and these claws, like they're moving the whole time. I run it vertical on a bladed jig trailer, and I mean those claws are flapping the entire time that it's running, and has really good action, but they last a long time.
The little flippers, they lasted me I was catching them on, I think it was on the Imitator. Yeah. One was doing the shaky head the other day, and they lasted a long time.
Yeah, all day. I fished Saturday all day, and like I said, I had a mix of frog and then Texas rig, and I went through. I put on my third one before the day was over. So fishing all day, and I used 3 soft plastics and caught a lot of fish. And you guys know, like small fish, it seems like small fish are worse than anything else about like tearing your bait up.
Yep.
And I caught some dinks on it, and they would come up, and it seemed like they were always the ones that would end up shredding it, where I would have to change it. So yeah, they last. They have good durability.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't catch up. There's been a lot of comments today.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for being so active. I'm having a hard time keeping up. I lost everything. Mama said something up there, but Teresa, sorry, has Teresa in the name. She got a new. Oh, that's not what I thought she said. But she got a new fish finder. So you're gonna like sell your old one? I'm just kidding. I still chases. I gotta get it on there. Somebody else said something too. I can't find it now. Andrew Blair does a good job editing. Period. He's a good editor.
Yeah, Andrew is a very good editor. Now he's actually using the DJI 360 camera now.
Somebody and Jake said he has a drone also, but you have to have a license if you're monetized. I would love that. Like that was because I just love the shots from the drones. Anyway, this drone footage is super cool.
And I know getting to the point of actually getting the video of catching fish on a drone is hard. Normally end up using the drone for your, B-roll and stuff, but which is still cool. But catching fish on the drone footage would be so sweet. So Sean actually asked, are your baits salted?
No, we don't salt any of our baits. When you add salt to the plastic, it breaks up the connections in the plastic and they fall apart faster. So all of our baits are buoyant except for our big swim baits, which are 5, 6, 7.25, and a new 7.8 inch. And then our fish sticks, which are our Senkos. They don't have salt in them either, but we use a super dense plastic that sinks on its own. So you don't need, generally people add the salt for the weight so that the bait will sink.
Yep.
And it's just not necessary when you use different blends of plastic.
Yeah. No, it did sink. I switched to a weighted one, a weighted wacky hook, whatever. I don't know. Yep. For mine, for part of summer, just to try it, because I was literally learning different things. So most of the time I had it on there. So it's kind of hard to speak on that, but it worked. So I caught that one time. Every time I was going out there, I was catching an 18 on a wacky. It was amazing. That's kind of died off now with the grass growing back in, but I'll figure it out again.
So Roy asked, what's the website? So the website is dadfishtackle.com.
Yep.
And you can use code CHASE10 for 10% off. So don't forget to use that code. Get your 10% off.
We definitely need to. I'm low on wacky stuff.
Yes.
I got a ton of creature.
We're about to make another order.
But
Sean asked, and I know Jeremy's got stuff that he's going to showcase here in just a second. So that's the next thing we want to do. But Sean asked, any scented baits like coffee blend, etc. So talk about how you scent your baits.
So we actually get a scentless, phthalate-free worm oil blend, and we make our own proprietary scent. It is coffee based. Like that is we make a coffee concentrate. If you can see, there's a canning jar right there, up there, and it is full of coffee, like literal coffee beans and the oil, making a concentrated oil. And then we add some other scents, including anise. And so you have a little bit of that licorice, a little bit of that coffee, a couple other things, and I think it's a unique scent. I don't think you find it on other baits.
Yeah.
And it also isn't gross. So
yeah, it doesn't leave that really nasty plastic smell on you when you touch it. Jake Singer, who actually fished our tournament and knows how tough of a weekend it really was.
Our fishery's been
just
weird.
Ask what kind of plastic were you throwing on the Texas rig. So this is a Dadfish Tackle imitator, and the color is watermelon with red flake. And I think you can probably see that in there decent. I know we have to have better lighting for this. We're going to be back out in our shop soon, but
it was
hot again this weekend, and we don't have AC in there, so we came back upstairs where the lighting isn't as good, so we could not be sweating the whole time.
It's not like it's a very light coffee scent. It's not like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know how to describe it. It's its own scent, but it's definitely got coffee in there.
Chris said payday Friday, making a shopping list.
I'm really good at making people spend money.
Sean said buying a few bags now. Yeah, we've got Teresa, Mama Gone Fishing, is really, really on here almost every time. And she's like,
because she's awesome.
well, yeah, she's like, well, I just spent more money. I bought this now. So every time we do a podcast episode, we end up getting her to spend a little bit of money. So you just never know.
We've been doing
his lures are really good, Sean. I like the smell of them personally, which I'm a coffee person anyway, but I really like the smell of them. It's not a strong coffee scent. It's a unique scent, and they work definitely. And Roy from USA Kayak Fishing Magazine said coffee baits, need some of those for the cafe.
So Jake asked where the kayak adventure is.
Where the series
Thank
schedule
you.
is posted.
I can talk eventually.
And currently it's not posted, but Drew announced it during the last live stream.
Yeah, I wrote it down from his
Yep.
live stream, so it will be posted soon. Or I'll try to. Well, I don't know. I don't want to do that ahead of them, but there's one in Tallahassee, Clarksville, Tennessee. Oh my gosh, Virginia. I don't remember exactly where.
One in Indiana.
One is in Indiana, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Wisconsin.
Yep, Wisconsin.
Pennsylvania. And I can't remember where else.
Yeah, definitely. We're hoping to hit at least a couple of those next year. You never know. May get lucky and fish a few more.
I definitely would consider a light and sweet coffee.
Yeah.
Because it's not, I don't like coffee and I don't like coffee smell. And I don't think it smells gross. Like it's just like a subtle, like, I don't know. I really don't have to, you just have to smell it for yourself.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into some showcasing, Jeremy. Let's see some of these new lures that you're going to be revealing to us.
Yeah. So first we've got 3 that should be new ones that should be on the website maybe this week. I'm working on the listings. One is a 2-inch crappie minnow.
Tiny.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the wee minnow.
Yep.
And then one is a 3-inch minnow. It's almost a fluke style.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has become one of my favorites. I've caught more fish on this year than just on a ball head than anything else.
I'm telling you, a ball head jig and a small minnow or just a small curly tail,
Mm-hmm.
they just catch fish. And
Yep.
whether you got live scope or not, they catch fish. Ball head jig catches fish with or without live scope.
Yeah, it's just, and it's so like light gear. You just twitch it through, fun fights, no matter the size of the fish. It's great.
Yes.
And then we've got a Helgramite,
Oh,
the
nice.
Mighty Helga, going up as well. So those should all be within the next week and a half, and you'll be all set for some fall fishing. And then the Helgramite, I think, especially in rivers, as it starts to slow down, and they're wanting to sit there and look at it for a while.
Yeah.
But new stuff that we haven't shown on Instagram or anything yet. We've got this guy,
Really too.
Yeah.
and it's got it thumps
Yeah,
because it's
it
got
looks-
these like pillows on the tail.
Oh, yeah.
You
See
can
that?
those.
Little pockets almost.
On a 4-aught hook, they've got hook slot. So you run it just like you would a paddle tail.
Yeah.
I had a local who was telling me he's excited to get some and run them on umbrella rigs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
And it is almost time to be throwing those.
Mhm.
That's another thing when they're really chasing shad, throwing an Alabama rig, especially with some smaller baits on it. That's good. I am not good on an Alabama rig, but it's something that I've worked with a little bit last year, and yeah, it's almost time to be throwing those.
Yeah.
Yeah, my history with the Alabama rig is I went out with it once, casted 3 times, and it snapped off.
I was waiting on you to say that. That has been my curse a few times. I've cast a few of them off, and man, they're not cheap. Now I did get lucky a couple years back. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. I happened to catch Walmart right after Walmart picked up all the 6th Sense stuff, and they clearanced out a whole bunch of the 6 cents umbrella rigs, and I got them $2 a piece. So I bought
good deal.
Because you can't pass that up. And but I almost never throw them. They're cool to have.
I didn't know you had them.
Yeah, I have one. I picked one up at the fishing show last January, like a handmade one, and I haven't had the heart to throw it yet because I figure I'm going to lose it. But
Michael Bradley said you could be Debo's doppelganger, Jeremy.
Hey, I could see that. I love Debo. He's great.
He's got a YouTube channel.
Okay.
You'd have to look him. So Jake Singer asked, what's the tournament we're fishing this weekend? So we're fishing the Working Man's Trail. You'll have to check it out, man. It's a new tournament series. It's set up kind of like Grubby style, where you have multiple days that you can sign up for. But it's multi-state, and yeah, it's been fun. We've fished one other event. This is the second event that they've put on, the second event that we could have fished because it's got some Indiana water, and bluegrass is one of the waters that's available.
Yep.
I think the registration actually closed because
it closes.
Today was the first day of the tournament, but they will have one more tournament to end this year. So, and then they have one that covers the eastern side of Indiana as well that has, I think, one tournament left this year too. So you can check that out. Look at Working Man's Trail on Facebook.
And no, unfortunately this year we will not be able to make the championship, but we do hope to figure it out for next year. So we won't be there this year. We're both pretty sad about it, but just it wasn't in the cards for us this year.
So on the bladed jig, Sean, it holds up really well. Now, if you fish a bladed jig on rock like I do, which again, some of the places I fish don't have rock, but anywhere I fish that has rock, I've ran my bladed jigs on rock, and you'll get scratches running them on rock. Mm-hmm. I've never had one chip, but I've had them scratch up from just beating them off the rocks for, the whole time reeling them in. The little pond that I fish close to my work, which is probably where I've had the most chatterbait action this year. Like every time I go there, I end up catching something on a chatterbait, whether it's a bass or it ends up being a catfish. Because catfish out there just hammer a chatterbait. But yeah, that pond is entire rock bottom, and I'll just run the chatterbait right off of it. So, I mean, they'll get scratched up, but the paint holds up really well.
Roy asked if our giveaway for this episode is a 360 camera. Well, Roy, if you get us monetized this week and play our videos all day long for the next 2 weeks, you never know what will happen.
Hey, we have a major giveaway going on right now, Roy.
We really do.
When we hit 2,000 subs, we've got and I don't have the stuff up here with me.
A hat.
It's one of my hats. It's a reel. It's a 7-reel spinning reel. Really nice reel. A whole bunch of 12 Oaks lures, some Dadfish imitators, and then Tactical Fishing Company frogs. So some really cool stuff in the giveaway.
It's probably it's hundreds of dollars worth of stuff.
Yeah, it's a couple $100 worth of stuff. So definitely, if you guys have not went through and qualified for that yet, you need to get in and qualify because it's going to be given away when we hit 2,000 subs. And right before I got on this live stream, we were up to 1,833. So we've gained 22 subs today.
That's awesome.
So pretty huge.
Thank you, Jake, for playing our videos today.
Jake played for 6 hours today.
It feels so silly which I don't know, you probably can relate to this because, you have kids and you're also on the social media side of things. It's still so silly to be chasing subscribers and watch hours and then being telling your kids, don't need to worry about
get off your tablet.
Right. You don't worry about what other people think.
I told them the other day they cannot watch YouTube unless they decide to watch my videos because I know they're clean enough that they can watch them. Some of the stuff they watch and they're like, we watch good stuff. And then you'll hear somebody say something. I'm like, get off that video, get off that video.
We appreciate it. You guys have shared us so much today, and it's been so great. And Chase won the tournament today. It's been a good day.
It's been an awesome day. More news to come. It's been an awesome, awesome day. Yes. Sean said we need flashy shad stock, Jeremy. Looks
All right.
fire.
Get on it.
He also said no green pumpkin in imitators, and he was wanting some green pumpkin.
It goes fast. I'll run some though.
So anytime that Jeremy's asking me colors on, he's like, "Hey, I'm about to run some plastics. What colors?" I'm like, "Just whatever you run it in watermelon red, because watermelon red is like it's the color I love." If you look, every bit of soft plastic I've gotten from him, I have at least a couple packages that are watermelon red. Even if I have other colors, everything has been at least some packages of watermelon red. So,
Oh, let's see.
All right, you got any more, Jeremy? I know you showed us that.
Yeah, we've got one more. We're adding for our big swim bait people.
Wow,
There we
to
go.
7.8 inch.
that's so massive.
Chris is going to end up wanting some of those.
Yeah, I made it, and then I went to put eyes on it. It's like, oh, I've got to source new eyes because I don't have any eyes.
That
That are that big?
Yeah, big eyes. That's good. Good to have.
That's incredible.
So
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
What's your personal favorite color to fish? Because we've talked a lot about our favorite colors. What's your favorite color to fish?
For like shad and minnow profiles, just a plain old pearl white.
Mhm.
Or a chartreuse. We make a chartreuse. We call it chartreuse haze, and it's got a blue highlight on it. For creature baits, I really like black and blue. I have a lot of luck with just a good old classic black and blue.
Hey, Travis made it.
Michael asked, "What weight is that?"
I have not weighed it yet, and I literally poured this afternoon, so I'd have one. I haven't weighed it yet. I was feeling it, thinking, "Oh man, that's a little bit
It
hefty."
looks hefty. It looks hefty.
Yeah. So I'm
Pour
not
this
sure.
up.
It is designed to take a 12-aught swim bait hook.
That was my next question. So 12-aught hook. So yeah, you're talking about a big hook there, guys. So yeah, Chris likes throwing big swim baits, so he likes throwing glide baits and stuff. So yeah, I could see him coming home with some of those and taking them out to the river and catching some giant smallies. Chris, right now, just throw glides and swim baits. Don't worry about any top water presentations.
None of y'all need to switch top
Focus
waters.
on that, because I don't need no competition in the RLDL challenge. I know Sean's out there trying to get me, and Chris is out there trying to get me. Right now, I'm leading the RLDL challenge. Let me keep it, guys. Dad said he thinks catfish would hit that one, Jeremy.
Hey, yeah, they might.
I'd say size like that, you might trigger a big one.
That would be cool. So, hey, Chris,
welcome Travis.
Yeah, Chris, when you stop by the East Tennessee, make sure you stop by his booth and say hi to him. You'll love him too.
Michael Bradley said, "No, that's what 12-aught. That's what tow trucks use."
Sean, I don't think your 13 fish were gonna overtake his 18. Just saying, 13-inch fish. I should clarify.
He said he had a huge one on a buzz bait, and it got him between a knuckle of a cypress tree and got off. I'm like, oh,
funny stories, funny
heartbreak,
stories.
Heartbreak.
Let's see. I don't see any more questions for that.
So yeah, we are really excited. So I've been on Dadfish Pro staff now for a year, and I got to finally meet Jeremy when we went to the East Tennessee Fishing Show. That was actually what brought us to the East Tennessee Fishing to meet up. I've been talking to Jeremy for a while, and got us the chance that Jeremy's wife and I could get to meet him in person and stuff. We could get to talk, and it was really cool meeting up. Got to go in and see his booth set up, which his booth is really nice, guys. And he's got an awesome backdrop that has Dadfish tackle on it. Like such an awesome backdrop. So we've got, if you guys looked, I posted a picture today of us with our picture in front of that. But like his setup is very clean, looks good. And one of my favorite things in his setup is he brings an aquarium. So if you want to see what these lures look like while they're underwater, which is a huge thing when it comes to soft plastics, seeing how your lures are reacting underwater is very, very big, because I'm a big person on, if you hear me talk about me fishing a crankbait, I can literally imagine what that crankbait is doing under the water. Even when it's complete chocolate milk, I can see that crankbait coming through the water and see what it's doing. So if you don't know what your soft plastic is doing under the water, then you don't know how it's presenting itself to a fish, and you've got a lot less chance at having success on that soft plastic. So one of the really cool things is he has that aquarium, and he'll have multiple different lures lined up in that aquarium, and you can see them sitting there, and you can actually kind of jig them and see how the action does on them while you're moving them around. So it's really cool.
I've been doing that a lot here lately. When I put on some, because I've been working with a lot of new different soft plastics, just playing around. I've been pulling them up to the boat in the shallow and just kind of like playing with them, just like as a little aquarium, watching them just to kind of get, because it just helps so much when you kind of know what the action is.
I'm big on that. If I put something that I haven't really thrown on, and I'm in water that's shallow enough that's got the visibility that I need to see, that's the first thing I do is throw it on the bottom right by my boat so I can watch what that soft plastic does when I'm just sitting there.
Test tank. It's a test tank.
Yeah, testing. Okay, sorry. Did not mean aquarium.
Sorry. There goes half our subscribers.
Now, when Jeremy comes in with a big bass tank, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah. Whenever I get a new space, I told my wife, I was like, I want to put an aquarium in and put a bass in it. She's like, a bass? I was like, yeah, I'll go catch a little one and we'll throw it in there.
Cool. It would be cool to have a bass. You just can't help it. I always wanted a catfish when I was a kid. I always thought that would be cool, having a catfish in an aquarium like that. It's neat. Seeing the fish that you go out and chase and having them and seeing them kind of putting minnows in and feeding them and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be fun.
It's just neat. It's cool. Who is in the comments right now, and he's talking it up too. Fish tackle supporter. If you watch any of his videos, if he's throwing soft plastics, he's throwing dad fish tackle, and he catches a lot of fish on them too. So he definitely knows what he's talking about. He's Texas rigged about everything that Jeremy makes, I think. Even though here lately I've been having more luck on a Texas rig than he has somehow. Like I don't even know how that's possible. There for a while, every time I would ask him anything about a lure, he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm throwing a Texas rig." But not been Texas rigging near as much. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Definitely appreciate it.
If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you do that. We appreciate it, guys. I already told him that I already have another guest, so we have a whole list of guests. But I was like, I have a girl I want to have on.
Yeah, so my plan is next week, as long as things work out, we're gonna have Travis, that fishing noob, on as well. So we've got a few guests lined up that we would like to see, and then
a bunch.
We'll have a lot.
We'll have to be reaching out to a lot of people.
Yeah. So if you guys are wanting to be a guest, now's the time to hit us up, because we're going to have some. I know we're going to have Chris on pretty soon to kind of talk about his new endeavor that he's going through with the Fishing for Hope.
So we got to talk to Trevor sometime.
Trevor.
Roy, I don't know. The other day you were kind of mean to me.
He said he missed his invite. So.
I missed my invite to the Kayak Fishing Magazine. Just saying. Sorry.
So Jeremy, for you, what's to come in the future with that fish tackle? You got any plans on anything new coming up? What do you got coming over the next few months? Because I know it is officially turning into show season for you, just like turning into show season for Kayla. But your show season goes into throughout the winter and right into that early springtime, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep. We're working on another bladed jig.
Which
we're working on. Say again.
Which I am very excited about.
Yeah, we're working on it with all of the changes and like the legal side of it. We're working on our direct connect bladed jig, which will have a tighter action and less thump, but it'll just be a different profile. But we're working on a bladed jig. We're working on a jig specifically for shrimp, for saltwater. So that'll be fun as well. And then those are the two main things coming up in addition to what we looked at tonight. Those are the two main ones that we're hoping to have by those might be like November by the time we have those dialed in and enough in stock to put them live.
Which, speaking of, I actually didn't bring up earlier, and I did want to hit on that. So some of Jeremy's videos, some of his fishing videos are saltwater. So he does a lot of saltwater fishing, which is, again, really cool. It's something that I don't have much experience in. And his last trip, saltwater fishing, he caught several fish on his lures, which, I mean, how cool is that? Taking your soft plastics that you're making here and then taking them down to Florida and catching fish. What was that like?
Oh, it's a blast. Yeah, I caught almost all of them on this or a paddle tail, and yeah, it's a blast. Was catching nice trout, nice speckled trout, and I love saltwater fishing. It would be if somebody asked me, okay, you can do freshwater or saltwater for the rest of your life, but you've got to give up one of them. It'd be I'd have to think on it a while before I decide because I really like saltwater fishing. So I'm
bait chucking here in the comments. So welcome. Hey. Thank you for coming by. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Jeremy is located in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I gotta say, I would very much pick like freshwater, all the way. You can have all the salt water.
Kayla's not a fan of being in the water with sharks either.
No, so and I don't like the beach that much.
Yeah.
Either, to be honest. Like I'm not. My girls want to go back to the beach so bad, and I'm like, but we could go to the mountains.
Yeah.
There's a creek
when
there.
You live in the mountains.
That's true.
Going to the beach is different.
I just live in the middle of the cornfield, so I want the mountains.
Well, I'm from Florida originally. I've been here a long time, but I'm still a Florida boy at heart. So, no.
Now I would love to take the kayaks out and get them in the salt water. She has zero desire for that.
That can be a solo trip.
It would be
that
so
can be a
cool.
guy's trip.
I mean, it may be better to just like rent kayaks and go out on the water with them. As much as I love my personal kayak and would like to do it, I also don't want to eat my pedal drive up with the salt.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't know, kind of mixed feelings.
Yes.
End up coming back and every bit of hardware I have is completely rusted through. I don't know. Jeremy had one reel dunked in the water and
it was a rough time.
Toast.
It's gone.
Toast. That reel was toast.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. It's salty. Your eyes burn. You're covered in sand. It's gross. I hate it. I don't know. Just wasn't my thing. And of course, I have kids who absolutely crave it.
Yeah, we were talking about a family vacation, and they're like, "Yeah, it's going to be at the beach."
The native won't like the ocean. Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fish. Just all of it. It's huge.
Yeah. I mean,
could you imagine an octopus climbing it? I don't know.
On the kayak.
Too much.
It would be in the water fighting an octopus.
I would be swimming back to shore. He could have my kayak.
Yep.
There's plenty you can catch just standing in the surf. So.
I'm a big scaredy cat is what it comes down to. I'm terrified of all the things.
Yeah. See, I won't lie. I mean, I'm not a big fan of fishing with the sharks and stuff and catching fish out there, but at the same time, I would do it just to have that experience. I think it would be cool to get that experience in. So
we'll go together sometime and we'll go down on a causeway and get some sharks.
Okay.
Okay.
I would do it.
Y'all have fun.
Yeah, we've got a friend down in South Florida. He's Urban Outdoor TV I think it's Urban Outdoor TV on here, but his name is Chris Blanco. And he's invited me down and said, he'd take us out and get on some tarpon where he fishes for him and stuff. And I'm like, that would be really cool to go out and catch those. I mean, man, when he catches one of those in the kayak, sometimes just reeling them in, they'll come and literally jump in the kayak as he's fighting in. It's crazy, crazy fish. Chris asked if you're anywhere near Watts Bar or Knoxville area, Jeremy.
Knoxville, like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I have heard a lot of people talk about Watts Bar. I've never been over there.
Yeah, I know. If you ever watch Kayak Catfish, he fishes on Watts Bar a lot, and he catches some big catfish, some monster striper out there. Then sometimes he'll go out and just do like a gulp minnow video, and he'll go out and just catch literally everything that bites, and those are always fun to watch for me too. Yeah, he likes to fish Watts Bar area. Yeah, he's pretty far east for sure.
Yeah, it's faster for me to get North Carolina than it is for me to get to Knoxville. So
yeah, so we are looking forward to definitely making it to East Tennessee Show and meeting up again.
Mhm.
And then hopefully next year we can lead into more than just the meetup at the show and actually get to meet up and hang out.
Absolutely. It will have to happen.
A big trip with you guys.
I love your wife
and
too,
then
because she's awesome.
Travis.
I love how much of a free spirit she is. I absolutely her video of, because you know that trend was going around of the "you be nice to my husband"
Oh,
when he
yeah,
tells you how you're fishing stuff. That it was just so her, so fitting,
Yeah.
and I just loved it.
yeah,
that was a good one. She definitely doesn't care to just throw herself out there.
No, she doesn't,
pretty-
and I struggle with that. Like this year, putting myself out here like this, it has not come easy, and there's been plenty of things that have been deleted, and like nope. And she just does it, and I'm like, I want to be like Brandy. I want to be like her.
Yeah, Chris asked, isn't the classic happening in Knoxville this year?
it is. We're still on the fence. We were considering getting a booth. They haven't. Last I checked, they still weren't available for purchase yet, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
bet they
no
are.
joke. It's
So-
one of those things that it's like, do you make the jump and do it? Because it could be huge.
Sometimes
be.
you're paying for exposure and not
Yeah.
just your profit at
Yeah.
the show,
100%.
which is hard
But-
to swallow.
Either way, we'll be there. We'll be there to enjoy it, or we'll be there to sell
Well,
stuff. So
It's like there's a chance that you can meet Trevor at that one because he is
Ooh.
trying to make plans to attend as well. So, yeah, Trevor,
It's-
definitely. If either way, if you go there and set up a booth, or if not, you guys will have to definitely meet up with each other. I am really looking forward to meeting up with Trevor. We are hoping to
Yeah.
meet up with a lot of different people this year. So,
mhm.
Yeah. And I had another question for you, but I can't remember what it was because I didn't write them down. I was so busy today. I was like keeping them all in my
busy
head.
day. And
It was-
she was working out in her shop for a little while and had a lot of issues, and then running kids around. Like the moment the kids got home from school, one had to go for cheerleading, and then
Cheerleading.
or not for Girl Scouts. I don't know why I said cheerleading. Girl Scouts, but yeah.
Like, when do we
So
start that?
it's been a nonstop day. So
That'd be cool.
yeah, Chris said he's going to the Classic as well. Yeah, I don't think I've got any more questions. You have anything at all?
There we go.
Still on? I don't know what I hit.
Is there anything you want to share about baits or anything? Or
No, I think you guys asked
Pretty
good
cool.
questions, and
hear me talk a lot.
All right. Well, I think we're going to say thank you guys very much for joining. Jeremy, thank you very
Yeah,
much for
thank
being our
you.
first guest. Hopefully
Yeah.
it went smoothly for you. It was,
yeah,
it was
good. Thank you for having me.
And hopefully we got you some exposure and got some more people that are going to end up picking up some Dad Fish Tackle and literally falling in love with it. So
That'd be great.
Sure to go follow him on social medias and stuff
Yes.
too. So
check out The Dad Fish, as his name is on there. Check out
Mhm.
The Dad Fish on YouTube. And then check out Dad Fish Tackle on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everything. He's there. So thank you guys for watching.
bye, guys.